Hi, I'm Sasha Widley.
Hi, I'm Jill Anderson. Pleased to meet you.
You too. So I've called you in to see if you can help my company with an ICT project that we've been thinking about. Things are getting a bit tense around here, so the sooner we start working on it, the better.
Okay, I really hope we can help. Would you like to start by telling us a little bit about your business?
I run a map printing company. Been doing this for a long time. Our aim is to provide accurate, safe, and relevant maps for those who need it on the go. And our mission statement is Widely's Maps aims to bring the high quality, accessible maps for the map enthusiast. Our maps are relevant and are based on the most up to date data to ensure that you will know where to go. My great great grandmother, Wanda Widely, set up Widely's Maps in 1880 in Brisbane Street in Launceston.
That is a long time. Does your company do the cartography since way back then, or?
No, we're not cartographers, we're map printers and always have been. Cartographers have always brought their data to us, even back then when we weren't so specialised, and asked us to print maps for them.
Oh, okay. So you use other people's images and print them.
Yeah, we're on top of all the copyright stuff, just in case you're wondering.
Yep, good. But I'm guessing there's a fair bit of competition coming from Google and TomTom, maybe even Apple Maps, if you don't mind being lost.
Yeah, this is true. Our sales of maps have really been in free fall since the iPhone 3GS came out, when phones first had proper geographical positioning systems built in. Once upon a time, we'd be printing street atlases and maps of various cities. We'd have hotels coming to us with requests for large print runs so that we could create giveaway maps for hotel concierges. Now everything's online, and that's proving to be a problem for us.
Yeah, I guess I can see that. Mapping information is pretty much freely available nowadays.
Well, not freely available, no.
Oh,
There's a real cost in terms of privacy that comes with the power of mobile navigation. Google and TomTom, maybe not Apple, are using our location data to market to us. An old-fashioned paper map can't do that.
yeah, but it also can't tell you which way to go or whether you're holding the map the right way up.
Yeah, this is true. But that's why you're here. We'll talk about that in a minute. The big problem is that just like the $1 milk eroding the value of milk in the eyes of the public, Google Maps has made people expect mapping information for free. And it's not. It's expensive to buy the mapping information. It's expensive to keep up to date, and it's expensive to print off. What we really need to do is create a value proposition for map data in the modern age.
Okay, so what are you thinking? I mean, I think it would be particularly difficult to move into the online mapping space. Um, Maybe not all of the innovation has been handled by Apple, Google, and TomTom and Maligan, but they've got navigation and fitness pretty well tied down.
But we know our market because our marketers continue to buy maps from us. It's bushwalkers, hikers, trampers, and ramblers. They still want our large format maps so they can get a good understanding of the lay of the land.
Can't they just zoom in on their phones like the rest of us do?
But bushwalkers aren't like the rest of us. They like suffering. They like blisters and being wet and cold. They like terrible food and poor accommodation. They like ugly functional clothes and practical but unsightly luggage. They like sweating and smelling and being around sweaty and smelly people. They like spending almost no money on anything that isn't for being outside. And they like good paper maps.
Right. So what is it about paper maps that they like?
Firstly, there's the overarching view of the terrain. Having a large format map allows them to plot a journey without suddenly finding themselves at the edge of a great big cliff.
Yeah, well, that would make sense.
And secondly, there are places that are so uncivilized that there's no mobile coverage. Imagine that for a second.
I just can't. I can't even go there. Horrible to think about.
Yeah, I know. But this is the demographic of our most loyal customers. But what we know is that not everyone finds reading a map to be easy.
Yeah, that's true. I found it a bit difficult myself. I much prefer an app that tells me where I am and where I need to go.
And that takes us to where you can help us. We want an app and a website. We want the website to have a map of the world and allow our customers to zoom in on the parts of the world that they want printed. all the way down to 1 to 25,000 scale. We can print their maps on folding paper, cloth or plastic from A4 to AO sizes.
That's a cool innovation. People will really like to have customised maps for areas that they want to visit. They might even frame them after they've completed their hike. Do bushwalkers have walls to hang things on?
Some do.
Okay, so where does the app come in?
This is where we add some in-field technology to help noobs with their navigation. Have you ever heard of something called augmented reality?
Yes, of course. It's where we put a computer image over the wheel well.
So using an account or something, when someone buys a custom map, they get the augmented reality information for their mobile device. They can then use augmented reality to locate themselves on the map, see where they've plotted their path, maybe even see cool stuff that they should see while they're out in the wild. They probably won't have to go back, so this would help them not miss anything.
This sounds like a good idea, but don't you think that we'll run into the same problem as before, that there's no mobile coverage in the wilderness?
What I'm seeing is that all the data is being downloaded to the augmented reality app for each particular map. The data's on the phone already, and GPS location doesn't require phone signal. The satellites look after that.
And you know what else you could do? If they're plotting their path before they leave, their path and schedule could be used to locate them if something goes wrong.
Yeah, that's brilliant. So what's it going to cost?
Right. As a bit of a ballpark figure, I wouldn't consider these tasks to be particularly complex, but there's a fair bit of work to do. I'd say this project will cost you approximately $80,000, and it would take my team around 3 months to get it done.
That's a fair bit more than I expected.
Usually is.
If we were to just focus upon the website and not the app, how much would the price fall?
Down to about $50,000. I say that because I expect you'd need us to make the website able to share data with the app later on.
Yes, we'd want that.
So yeah, $50,000 for just the website.
I guess we'll need to work out some return on investment stuff, but our expectation is that customizable maps will increase our map printing business from $250,000 a year profit to closer to $400,000 a year. The app would be like the cherry on top, adding an extra $100,000. I guess the reality is that existing bushwalkers won't need it, and it will only appeal to new people newly taking up the habit.
Okay, so they're pretty healthy numbers. Do you have a time frame within which you'd expect to get earning those profits, and off what type of revenue?
We think we'd be up there within 12 months. We've been asking customers some probing questions while they've been in here, and they're pretty keen. Before costs and taxes, our revenue is currently $375,000, and that'll go up to $750,000 with both the app and the website. Just $600,000 with the website alone.
So would a profit of $400,000 a year indicate that the project has been successful?
Sure, financially, but we'd also want our customers using the service. But say all of our customers move to printing their maps from our website, then we'll not need a shop front anymore. We can downsize to a printing facility. We could even lease out our shop front for another business for a new revenue stream. Who knows how much a shop front in Brisbane Street, Launceston can be leased for?
Real estate's probably.
Yeah, probably.
And what do you think the outcome will be if we don't do this project at all?
I expect that would mean our revenue would continue to fall, and each bushwalker lost in the bush is a lost source of income for us. I think we'd be insolvent within about 5 years.
Okay, good to know. And are you thinking about an Android or an iOS?
Well, let's start with Android. Will that be cheaper than doing them both? Bushwalkers like suffering far too much to have iPhones.
Yeah, I'd say that might take it down to about $70,000.
Righto. Now, some important things. We don't have web or app infrastructure here, and we don't have the skills to run a website or an app. So what's the story with those things?
So our specialisation is in the making of the back end of websites and apps as easy to use as the front end. So you're not going to need any special skills to use the app. And nowadays, we host our website and app backend on the cloud. This means there'll be about ongoing cost of around $150 a month.
Right, that's quite affordable.
Yeah. And are there any risks that you're concerned about?
We're always worried that kids nowadays prefer being inside where it's clean and tidy. In fact, we prefer that too. We need people who are willing to get filthy to buy our maps. Cultural change could be a threat to our business.
Okay, and who are the stakeholders in Widely's Maps?
Well, it's only a very small business. It's me and my partner, Ramble Widely, and of course our customers. And I guess our map data suppliers, and nowadays that's Garmin, are our stakeholders too.
Okay, great. Thanks for your time. I'll get back to you.
Brilliant. I look forward to hearing from you.
Thanks.